I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, shelling through the defense. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Chubb will get the call running left. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Watson swings this out for Hunt. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's got room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed. And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option. And they're right down here looking for 6. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They hand this off to Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. On 2nd and 12, Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay. And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. A give, this is Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win. So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones. Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Play action now, Winston. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
27 yards. And the Steelers' 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Whew.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Problems on the extra point, but it does manage to skip home off the crossbar. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Watt. Touchdown! Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Watson. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Again, it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conlon.
And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jameis to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to try and go deep again.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
from the 29. Winston. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Tershawn Wharton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, Winston. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, Winston. Looking deep here for Ebron. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daron Payne. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Flushed out right. He'll swing that out, complete to McFarland. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd down, Winston. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after is good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back near his own goal line, Winston. That's complete to Robinson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Winston.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Three yards remain for 2nd down.
Play fake. Winston. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. And he completes it to Hunt. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Now Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw is Watson. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jameis now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Winston now. Right side, Claypool's got it. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Winston. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Winston to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the...
They got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 11.
And again, it's Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A shotgun snap for Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Winston. Caught on a slant. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's down limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working